In this particular video, we want to talk about passing an array to a function as well as trying to find the lowest value in an array. To do this, I'm going to use our drop scores program as an example. So if you recall, we've already started off with getting scores, and I passed the address to an empty array, and I passed a size 4, and I went ahead and got the scores. Now what I'd like to do here is to say low is assigned find lowest, and I'd like to pass the address of the array SC here into an empty array called test, and I'd like to pass 4 to size. Now please note that the name of this function is find lowest. Note that it has a data type here, int, and note that it has a return in it. Okay, so what happens? The first thing I do is create a local variable called holder, and I assign it test sub 0. That's the very first element in the array. Now I create a for loop where x is equal to 1, not 0, but 1. I could do 0 here, but the very first test I do would be an unnecessary test. So I set it to 1. And is 1 less than or equal to 4? And if test sub 1 is less than holder, then holder gets test sub 1. And then x is 2, 2 is less than 4. If test sub 2 is less than holder, holder gets test sub 2. And then x is 3, 3 is less than 4. If test sub 3 is less than holder, holder is assigned test 3. Then x is 4, and 4 is no longer less than 4. So I'm done with the for loop, and whatever holder is in fact the lowest score in the array, and I return it down here to the call, and then I dump it from the call into low. Now I'd like to go back up here and talk about x equal 1 instead of x equals 0. Here's the deal. If I do what I normally do and I make this 0 and I assign holder to test sub 0, my very first test, if test sub 0 is less than holder, well, holder is test sub 0, so it seems to me to be kind of an unnecessary test. So we can go ahead and make that 1 when we're finding the lowest one, and I think that would be great.